And for me, turning back to him could be a simple dhikr, could be a simple, sujood where I'm really in the zone and I'm, trying my best to connect to him, or it could be as simple as, going out doing humanitarian work or community work, because every time we do something for somebody else, it helps us reconnect again. It helps us get us back on the straight path again when we're doing good deeds, any good deed really. So, if you find yourself, kind of off track, first things first you can do is try to do a good deed. It could be reading the Quran, it could be praying 2 rak'ah of sunnah, it could be helping out a friend, it could be, giving out food to the homeless, anything like that will remind you of Allah and it will get you back on track, inshallah. I mean, sometimes even as, as simple as talking to a friend, and somehow or other the conversation will kind of pull you back into that space where, I want to get back to it again, I want to be better, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Who is that person for you in your life?
Alhamdulillah, I have a few people that I can count with my hands, not many. Yeah. Who I can call if I need advice, who I can turn to if I need, just some support. But really, I find that after a while, sometimes when we kind of just, let go our complaints and all to people, there's just so much that they can do. Inshallah, maybe they can give you some good advice. But at the end of the day, I feel like the first that we should turn to is Allah. Because when we're out of the lane, when we're not on the straight path, when Shaitan is there, right? He's waiting for us at every corner just to pull us out of that straight path. We have to turn back to Allah, because He's the only one that can get us back on the path. He's the only one that has the control of our hearts. So it's like, how do you do it? How do you do it? Turn back to Allah in whatever way that you can, in whatever way. He never closes the door to us. We are the ones that closes our doors to Him because of our decisions. So we need to make the right decisions to open those doors. Keep them open, inshallah.
And here's the thing, right? I mean, as you're about to make the decision, as you're saying, Shaitan is lurking everywhere, and sometimes he uses this good, or what sounds like good whispers.
Right.
And many of my friends, they kind of ask me, how do you tell the difference? Sometimes like, is it my heart? Is it the good of my heart that's speaking out to me? Is it my conscience, or is it Shaitan? Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. So how do we get out of that?
Well, this is what I do. Because a few years ago I took this course with Sheikh Sa'ad Taslim, and he did a full course called Deception, and it is about Shaitan. So it's a full-on study about him and what his plans are and what we can do. And one of the most, and then this is the one thing that I learned from that course, very easy to do.
Okay.
Immediately when you hear waswas or you feel negative and you feel like suddenly you want to start criticizing, you feel in your mind, you macam-macam terfikir kan. A lot of things, that you just want to say but you won't say it, but it becomes a sin when you start saying it or when you type it out. Say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. That's it. The easiest thing. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Just say it. And immediately, just try it out. The next time you feel negative, you start thinking bad about yourself, oh, I'm like this, I'm like that, or that person's like this, or she's like that. Just say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. And then you'll start thinking about something else. Try it. Inshallah, you'll start thinking about something else, something a bit more positive. Because I find that, a lot of times we ourselves think negative about ourselves. Because we do a lot of negative self-talk.
Right.
And that's when we start making, perhaps wrong decisions. That's when we start talking, like that. And then once we start thinking bad about ourselves, we think bad about other people.
Yeah.
So I think in helping you make the right decisions in life, again, put Allah number one, and then at the same time, second, try to be positive about it. Try to have gratitude in everything that you do, and even the decisions that you make. The decision to say what you say as well, Yeah. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Can you all do that? Yes, inshallah? Immediately, when you start thinking, alamak, I husband ni, dia ni, kenapa dia tak ni. A'udzubillah minasyaitanir rajim. Okay? Seriously.
Macam
it will say you. Because you know why? One negative thought will lead to another one, and then a deeper one, and then syaitan will start thinking, dia ni betul ke dia cakap macam ni? Is it right ke dia cakap dia kat sini kan betul ke? You know, this kind of was-was, which actually is nothing. It's nothing there. It's absolutely nothing. And it will cause you so much worry and so much grief and so much over nothing. A'udzubillah minasyaitanir rajim. Have faith in Allah, that He will protect you from Allah and the dhikr of Allah. Dhikr of Allah is so important. Like, I find throughout my life, from not doing any dhikr, kosong, absolutely nothing, and alhamdulillah now I'm doing my best to try to make it, you know, pagi buat dhikr, petang buat dhikr. If you can do all day, mashallah, tabarakallah. But that really is your wall and your bubble against shaitan's attacks. Like, he, you know, like nothing else will defend you except for the dhikr of Allah.
And a lot of times we are not conscious. I mean, we know that shaitan is there all the time, but we're not conscious of it. And we hardly ever, I don't know about you guys, but a'udzubillahi minasyaitanir rajim bila nak start baca Quran.
Betul.
You know? And then you don't kind of practice it because shaitan is there all the time. Yeah. And they're up to all sorts. And
all sorts.
They're all sorts.
Yes. And you know what? I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine the other day. And you know how we're always focused on shaitan and then the jinn lah, you know? And it's like, I mean, you really get into it. Have you ever thought about angels? How much do we think about angels as compared to shaitan and jinn? In fact, subhanAllah, you should check out Sheikh Omar Sulaiman's talk about angels, the beginning and the end series on YouTube, and also check out his talk about the angel Jibreel.
Amazing. I know, right?
Yeah. When you think about the amount of angels that we are surrounded with every day, you're just like, oh, shaitan? Who's that?
Shaitan.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and you know, like, there's always two with us. When we make dhikr, and when Allah protects us, He sends angels to protect us. When we speak, when we make the right dua, there are angels protecting us. When we visit the sick, if I'm not mistaken, there are like 70,000 angels protecting us.
And in fact, as we speak now, right, there are angels making it easy and protecting.
Ameen, ameen, inshallah, ameen. Yeah. So when we have this, you know, this when we think about life this way, it's more positive, right? And then we feel like, yeah, that's what and then keep doing your thing, and you know you've got angels around you. You know, life becomes a lot more positive, I feel. You know? Yeah, so making those decisions, having a positive aura around you, you know, again, I think reading is important to get to know. How do we know that we've got angels around us all the time? You know, information and knowledge is very important. So as Muslim sisters, we have to continue seeking knowledge every single day so that when we seek knowledge, life becomes easier for us and it becomes easier to attain the goals that we want to attain, inshallah.
Fantastic. And on that note, I mean, we've spoken a lot already kind of about making those decisions every day easier for us. I'm sure you guys also have questions. Betul? Kita ada about 10 minutes left.
It's already such a part.
I know, right?
I didn't think we even got into it today.
Kita girls mesti kalau bagi tanda tak apa pula nanti kan. So, anything from you guys, what questions might you have? Great. Sister, please introduce yourself.
Sister. So she was asking what are the tips to stay istiqamah, and I think I'll relate from my own experience. Some of my tips for istiqamah definitely is, number one, is to stay connected with the Quran. I know everybody keeps saying this, but it's so true, because Quran is basically the dhikr of Allah in Quran is what fills our emptiness in our hearts, and it gives us that stability. So whatever way that you can, Ramadan is coming up, so take this opportunity, everyone, to have a plan to reconnect with the Quran. Have a plan to perhaps, not just khatam, it's not just about khatam, okay? To get to know what Allah is trying to say to you. Understand the Quran. Try to get to understand the Quran. Get to perhaps start Arabic or, go to a class that talks about the tafsir, but really get to know what it means. So try to make a plan. So have a daily thing, inshallah. By videos, going to class, making a weekly class, perhaps if you can't do every day, So whatever it is, have that connection with Quran, because knowledge, I feel, is power. Knowledge is the key to success. So that's one for me. Secondly is number two, to make sure that you have good company around you, always. Filter your friends. Marie Kondo? Marie Kondo them. Marie Kondo. So filter your friends. Make sure you are surrounded by sisters who are always reminding you of Allah, who are always leading you towards good things, who are always helping you to do good deeds. So try to surround yourself with them. Another way to stay istiqamah is to always, boost our iman through iman boosters. And iman boosters are these again, Quran, being with friends, and also making sure that we do and we practice what Allah asks us to do. We read the Quran, but how much do we practice it? And this is a reminder for me as well. So doing good deeds for me as well is a way to keep istiqamah, especially community work and humanitarian work. There is just something about helping one another, helping a fellow sister, helping someone who's less fortunate. It's just something about doing that gives so much of growth and self-reflection for a person to stay on the right path.
I like what you said earlier about if you follow the track, because istiqamah ni pun, you follow the track most definitely. But as soon as you just do a good deed, and it doesn't have to be a huge thing, right?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a huge thing. So follow up a good deed in case after you do a bad deed. And those are the main three things that I would suggest, inshallah. Jazakallah, sister.
What other questions? Go ahead, sister.
Maybe a question or share something?
I have a question. My name is Fiza. Assalamualaikum. What motivates you to wear proper clothing? Because I think wearing clothing is easy. For me, I think a majority of us. But wearing proper, according to Sunnah, I think is very difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, mashallah, that's a good question. Because I'm also struggling kadang-kadang. It's dressing up properly. I think it takes its stages as well. I remember somebody was asking me the same question, and I was having a sharing session together with Finn Jamal. She wears niqab, kan? So it was really interesting to get two different perspectives. But again, I think it's a stage-by-stage thing. You can't really force yourself to immediately wear, complete 100% jubah, and then long hijab, and then niqab immediately, I think the intention has to be there first. Why am I wearing the hijab? Why is it that I have to dress modestly? And then we go step by step. I remember I watched a video by Mufti Menk, and he was saying, if you're wearing a mini skirt, start wearing long pants. From long pants, maybe you can start wearing loose pants, And then from maybe your short hijab or where's the turban? Yeah, you go. From turban to maybe a slightly longer hijab, and then later on, once you're more comfortable, and once we start dressing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it becomes easier to, dress nicely. But it doesn't mean that we can't dress fashionably. I think we can still be fashionable, inshallah. But it's step by step, inshallah. I think he was saying that as long as we are on the path of improvement, then inshallah we're on the right path rather than backwards. But even though we go back, just try to keep going forward, inshallah. This is a reminder for me too.
Again, it's about those little small decisions every day. I have a friend whose wardrobe dah penuh dengan hijab. Dia belum start lagi, but it's okay.
MashaAllah. She's getting ready.
So that maybe one piece of clothing a day, I don't know, that you add on, right? I don't know.
Yeah, looser, for example. Yeah. Like for me, I always wore baggy clothes from young. I was always into baggy clothes, big t-shirt.
Rappers kan?
Rappers kan. So it's easy for me to wear burns. Alhamdulillah. So yeah, it's step by step, everyone, inshallah.
Okay.
But I think everybody is like, inshallah, so yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, yes, sister.
Hi, my name is Hannah. To be frank, when we salah, sometimes, okay, to be frank, when I do it, it's just for the sake of doing it.
Okay.
But sometimes it's because in my mind, when I salah like Zuhur, oh, there's gonna be Asar, so like there'll be tomorrow where I'm gonna do the same thing again.
Okay.
So like, how to make it like being that one salah is special, like.
Subhanallah.
So meaning like when you pray Zuhur, you're already thinking it's going to be Asar already, or?
No, it's like
I have Asar, yeah. I have Asar, it's okay, my Zohar.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, right?
Just get this done.
Right.
You're gonna be there.
Okay, like
It's going to be Asar next. Oh, macam tu lah.
Yeah, something like it's gonna be next.
right. How to be khusyuk in the salat, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, that I have to work on that too. Allah make it easy for us all, inshallah. I mean, if I think like to be khusyuk in salah, I think we have to number one rethink about what salah is actually for us. When I think about salah, I know that it's my time with Allah. This is my private time with Allah, and nobody can break that from me. And it's my time to actually, it's actually, if we look at salah as a relief, like a time out from our daily life, as a way to like get some zen, like relax, kind of through salah, then it makes it easier. Also, we have to remember that salah is the first thing that we're going to be asked about when we die. It's going to be the first thing that we're asked about. What did we make? Did we pray? How good was it? We khusyuk, or we thinking about during the prayer. Okay, that's my problem. I always think about other things during praying.
I think that, yeah, all of us.
I think, yeah. Kadang-kadang terlepas ni, ni nombor 3 ke nombor 4? Right? That happens. And then you have to do your sujud sawi, after that, right? So, yeah, that always happens. But I think it's a process. One thing that you can try is the next time you make salah, you can say, before you say Allahu Akbar, just take a couple of deep breaths. Don't go in through rushing, lepas tu pakai through solat kan. You just, breathe, just relax, breathe a couple of times. If you've done yoga before, or you've done Pilates, just breathe. And then, say it's time for Zuhur. Okay, now, before I say Allahu Akbar, when I say Allahu Akbar, I mean Allahu Akbar. This is one point. I mean Allahu Akbar. What does Allahu Akbar mean? It means Allah is greater than anything and everything else that's going on right now. Allahu Akbar is Allah is greater than anything that I'm thinking right now, is greater than anything that I'm feeling right now, is greater than anything that's happening right now, my meetings, my friends, my phone. Just think that Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest, it's just you and me right now. Then you get into it. Another point that might help you as well is to when you say the Al-Fatiha, you know the meaning of Al-Fatiha. So when you say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you know that you're saying Alhamdulillah, all praise and glory be to Allah, Lord of all the worlds. So while you're saying the Arabic, you are also understanding in your heart what it is. So that will get you in the zone of being in that moment. Inshallah, that will help you. Because I understand sometimes we say it's like it's so quick. And do we know what we're saying? Yes, we know what it means, but go line by line. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Sometimes what I do is I say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen and I pause. Okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. In my heart, in English, all praise and thanks to Allah. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, the extremely merciful. Malik Yawmiddin. One by one. That will force you to get you into the zone and will force you to slow down. Inshallah. So try those tips. One is when you say Allahu Akbar, it means Allah is greater than everything right now. The second one is to don't go fast with Al-Fatiha, line by line, and know the meaning of each line, inshallah. I hope that helps, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
I like what you say about being deliberate and taking that time just before Salah. one of the things I heard I can't remember who was it I heard this from, is that you begin your salah even before you take your wudu. Kan? So when you're deliberate daripada time you ambil wudu tu, then you already are getting into that zone. But as I said, kita kerja dekat Petronas, sometimes you're always in a rush. The next meeting is 5 minutes away, and then So one of the things I kind of do, and I hope this helps you guys as well, is you know how meetings are in your phone, kan? So I had this really great boss.
Okay.
He says, you know what, Nick? You turn up for every meeting on time. How do you do that? And I said, it's my calendar invite lah kan. 15 minutes, beep, beep, beep before the meeting starts. Salutation. Says, so have you been on time for your meetings with Allah? I was like,
that's tough.
Right.
Your boss said that?
Yeah, my boss said that to me. I was, Allah puts in your path, kan? These guys, and so what I began to do was I put in my salat as part of a meeting invite.
MashaAllah, wow.
So you gotta block it off.
That's awesome.
That works for me lah, because then that question kind of triggered me lah. So if it works for other meetings, why not?
We make that meeting with Allah.
Yeah.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
I love that. Alhamdulillah.
So okay, we're just a little bit
over time.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
So I hope you guys have enjoyed that very much. Alhamdulillah, and we've learned a lot of things. So can be conscious about our daily decisions every day, and say, yeah. Any last kind of words from you?
We're talking about being late for Salat and all that, so I don't want to take more of your time, because I know you all want to pray your Zuhur, right? So I just want to say Jazakallah khairan to you and to the organizers for today. I pray that it has been beneficial, and inshallah there will be more events like this to come. And inshallah everyone will have a very blessed Ramadan coming up, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive us for our sins, and then inshallah we will really make full use of the time to gain more good deeds, inshallah. So that's it from us. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.